am just so excited for this box. I don't know, it's just like having Christmas every month, getting a gift, and as you can see, I am just so psyched about it. So the first thing is a candy, and lest you think it came unwrapped, it did come with a wrapper, but I may have opened it up beforehand. But no, Scrawlrbox is not unhygienic, so just keep that in mind. Next, a little eraser from the brand Cum, just testing its bendability. Yep, it can do it. Next up, we have a thing that looks like a long stick. Whatever it is a Van Gogh selected filament. Must mean it's a paintbrush. It comes off with a little pop, and then it attaches on the end. A nice nifty little tool. Now before we reach the big package, we gotta deal with the little pencil. I find Scrawlrbox a lot of times come with the pencil, and I noticed this brand said Lyra, and the little kneaded eraser I got from the other Scrawlrbox was Lyra, which is kind of cool. Finally, it's time. And as I said before, I am so excited. Here I go, lifting the paper. What's inside? Oh, first though, we have to deal with the sticker. This one's pretty cute with these different warm hues. Necessary bendability test. And now, finally, what we've all been waiting for. Get rid of that ugly wrapping paper first. It is gouache! This is literally so cool. Now, for those of you who are thinking, what the heck is gouache? It's basically watercolor modified to make it opaque, as in you can't see through it, and it dries with a matte finish. Now, with that load of information under our belts, let's get this baby opened. So, it was a little bit of a struggle, but I finally got the red one to come out. Actually, it's not called red, it's called alizarin crimson. Yes, I do love to paint. My favorite color is alizarin crimson. Okay, anyway, let's get the rest of these guys out, and I'm not going to go through the hassle as I did with the red one, so let's just shake them all out. So for the other colors, we got ivory black, cobalt blue, titanium white, portrait pink, and cadmium yellow deep hue. Now let's clear all the main art supplies out of the box. There's only the paper products left now. What is this little thing? Anyway, let's just get the menu out. And the prompt for this month is Face of Emotion. And this sounds kind of difficult, but let's see what we can do. Here's the print, and it looks, interesting. Her face was burned in a terrible fire. It just looks a little intense. The artist was Rizzo or Rizzo-chan. Don't ask me how to pronounce them. And the paper this month seems kind of thin, but, it's okay. But then it has a dent, a horrible little dent. That bothers me, Scrawlrbox. Well, let's take everything out of the box and get the supplies all organized so we can start our picture. Here are the supplies from the November Scrawlrbox. It's going to be really exciting to try them. They have the 3 primary colors, yellow, red, and blue. Then they have white and black to make it lighter or darker, and a nice pink skin tone. And to be honest with you guys, I really don't like this picture, so whoop, away you go. And now guys, it's time to try the candy, and it looks promising. Here we go. Yes, it was wonderful. A nice lemony flavor. Well, let's use the dented paper for the sketching and ideas, and our nice paper will be saved for the actual sketch. Get everything organized. And then I go to pour my paint, and I realize I'm missing a palette. So I have to go get that, and I'm looking, and I can't really find one, and I came up with this. I know, it looks like a mess, but guys, it will work. And then all I have to do is get my water and my fresh, clean paper towel before we can begin. Now, if you guys can notice, there's actually an order to the mayhem on my paint plate. You see, it starts with red, orange, yellow, green, blue, goes around in a circle, then I mix in the middle. So you see, it's not a complete mess. Okay guys, let's get that nice portrait pink on there. And now guys, let me just take a moment to describe an issue I had with the paintbrush. It's pretty big. There it is. And over, as you see throughout the video, it comes off. So just be warned if you ever want to try to get this paintbrush. Anyway guys, back to the painting. Here I am trying it out for the first time, and I'm trying it undiluted with any water, so it's just sticky. So adding the water will definitely thin it out, and there's a lot of paint in this paint. Like, it just keeps going. You add more water in and more paint comes out. It basically is just a thick watercolor. It kind of feels like the consistency of glue. Like, here, I'll show you guys close up. Can you see how that just looks like glue, like red glue? It's just so sticky and thick, and you definitely need water to dilute it. You can't use it by itself. Moving on to titanium white. It was a little difficult to test that one, you know, because, well, it's white. You can't see it. Look at that pigmentation. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I did try it on the red, but it just kind of ended up with this pinky color, but I'm sure it works. After that, we got the black, the blue, and the yellow, all which work perfectly good. And the pencil, which, you know, it's a pencil. It's pretty dark, though, and now I shall erase. Voila! There are now eraser shavings in my paint. So I quickly just painted out an idea of a face, you know, just trying, and I thought, you know, face of emotion, let's go for a face. Not remembering that every other face I had tried did not work out, so here I go. Please do not be frightened away from this video. I know it's a bit scary, but don't worry, it'll be off your screen soon. I tried though, guys, I really did try. I'm just not good yet with close-up faces. So here is our masterpiece. It looks stunning.
I'm really pretty.
Yeah, you're going straight to the garbage. So I thought, fresh new sheet of paper, let's try this Face of Emotions sketch number 2. And you know what? It turned out pretty good. The sketch was going good, and then I started adding the paint in, and it went sideways. Hello everyone. This is not voiceover. So as you can see, my last picture was a fail. Let me show you it. I'm disappointed in myself. I really wanted to do it, and I failed, in my opinion. So, we're going to take our art supplies. I've decided to try attempt a new sketch, new picture, new everything. This isn't doing it for me. Okay, let's get my paper. It's the good side again. Smooth, rough, rough. Anyway, guys, back to voiceover me. We are going to be attempting this for the 3rd time because I really wanted to show you guys something cool. And so I got my reference image out. I kind of had this idea in my head, and it's a good option because it gets me out of my comfort zone, yet I could still do it and feel happy about it. Unlike, you know, may I have to remind you. But the picture was turning out good, except for the pencil sketch gave me a little bit of grief. I know, I should go get a proper palette one of these days, but a plastic plate will work until then. So I got all my paints poured, and I'm almost ready to start painting. This is going to be a challenge for me. I don't think I've ever painted, like, not lifelike looking, but a little bit more realistic than usual, so it's a bit challenging. Oh, I'm gonna need my reference image too. You guys can't see it. Haha. So here I go. I'm finally starting painting a picture that will hopefully turn out good. And you guys can notice when I paint, these bristles on the paintbrush are just so long, and the texture of the paint so thick. It looks like I'm painting with glue. And it was just a little difficult because I don't usually paint, and added to that all the difficulties of gouache. It was different, difficult, and challenging, but it helped me get out of my comfort zone. But guys, you know what's really funny? This paint bowl was dirty like the entire time I was painting. It's ridiculous. See what I mean? Okay guys, it's day 2, and I gotta start on the dirt, which means I have to concoct a color for the dirt. I just want to show you guys, look at how sticky that is. Keep in mind though, it has been overnight, so it would be a bit thicker. So if you guys are thinking, oh wow, the picture took her like no time at all, it's so fast. I edited out a lot of footage for this video, so the dirt took me a while too, and the hands, and everything just took me a long time, and I won't bore you guys by showing you it all, but I just want to say, it took a long time. So here I am starting on the hands, and they turned out a little bit of a different hue, so I tried to lighten it up, but it was just difficult, because the hands look a little bit more redder, but, you know, that's okay, it's hardly noticeable. I'm not gonna lie guys, the plant was just pretty easy. Couple highlights, couple shadows, bing bang boom, it's done. Okay, so I finished painting the foreground. Now I gotta move the piece of paper underneath so I can paint the background without having paint go all over the desk. Look at that, muddy water is back again. Okay, so I have to clean the palette because the background color is going to be pretty light and all those dark colors, I don't want them mixing in. And so guys, I was just painting around the plant and then my paintbrush slipped and it made a little blop and I didn't even stop painting. I just left it because it looked more natural than just a perfect leaf and I don't know, just added some character to it. So guys, it's funny, I actually really enjoyed painting the background. It was just kind of simple, painting in the background and I just darkened up the edges a bit to give it that, you know, just like you're focusing in on the hands, and it worked pretty good. It blended pretty well and it was just overall just relaxing and just fun to paint the background. Also, I have to say I am quite a fan of this baby blue color. Sorry guys, I kind of cut you out of the camera here, you can't really see what I'm doing, but just look at the top and that's what I'm doing on the bottom. Now I'm just adding last minute details, blending those colors, and ta-da! Here's the picture I made, actually the third one I made. I'm so happy with it, I love it. All the earthy tones, you know, go so well together. I did manage to get quite a bit on my hands though. You can't see very much here, but I did. Here's a close-up of the picture so you can see all the gritty details of the hands and the plant. Lovely, isn't it? Here's my signature if you didn't see it already. It's kind of hiding there. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Squishy out.